ID.
Okay.
Okay.
Emily?
Yeah. Maybe
Oh,
you can start with introductions.
yes, yes,
I know that we know each other briefly from LinkedIn, but I don't really know much about I just know you AI and you were training yesterday
yes.
and nothing other than that. So yeah, maybe I can just go ahead and start. So
Okay.
Emihle Majeke, and I'm a technical trainer at the Skills Center in Cape Town. So we've got three skills centers, two in the US, and the one in Cape Town is the only one that is seated in Africa. So what we do as the Skills Center, we have active events every now and then, networking events. And we also have a free cloud training, but we only do foundational training, which is cloud practitioner and AI practitioner, just training only. With the exam, you just go ahead and do the exam on your own. We just help you with training. And we also do computer foundations, whereby we introduce people that are have got non-technical background into just the world of tech in terms of helping them understand hardware, software, networking, and storage. And what more about me again? Okay, about me. I'm just this person that is pretty much interested in making sure that I help people that are trying to break into tech with the equipping them with skills and not just skills, but the resources that can be available to them, such as this free training. So yeah, I recently joined the Skill Center team actually right about June. Before that, I was with a training partner, and yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman, you know. In
Thank you.
fact, I'm so, so glad to be speaking with you. And just like I
Yeah.
said, forgive me, my voice, I lost my voice. And
Yeah. And just out of interest, what were you training yesterday?
yes, so I was training some students here under AWS Restarts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's under an initiative here called MigroCode. MigroCode is an NGO which trains migrants who are interested into breaking into tech. So we had a very
Oh,
wonderful time, and we had lots of discussion. I think some of them are coming from Africa. We have students from I think Southern America, and then we have
yeah.
students from India as well.
Oh,
And most of the questions lies on one thing. How do we break into tech? Okay,
tech
do we
here.
need a certificate in computer science? Do we need to go
Yeah.
extra mile? These are the
Mm,
confusion. You know, there are lots
that,
of videos out there concerning your
yes.
journey to tech and all of that. So most of the time, I think that there are lots of information, but at the same time, getting closer to students, I realize that there's still a vast gap between the knowledge and then the students. And this is the
Students, yeah.
reason why I want us to start this initiative. Especially, I realize that when I look at your profile, you have a very profile. What's happening? It seems my
Yeah.
video just went off. So, okay.
That,
Yeah. When I look
okay.
at your profile, you have a very wonderful profile.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is it my internet?
I think so.
Yeah, 6 times AWS certified.
Yeah.
Currently AWS instructor, certified AWS instructor, and
Yeah.
um, community AWS community builder. You are also AWS
Yeah.
Shield alumni. I'm reading for your bio. So, and then
Yeah.
AWS New Voices Emerging Speaker. This is
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
very wonderful, profile that you have. And I know that you started from somewhere. You began the journey.
Yeah.
I know it's not an easy thing. So I would want us to you to take us through. First of all, how did you start? and how did you get here?
Uh, great. So with how I started, actually, it was through a training. So I do have a background in IT. I studied IT in tertiary, and after completing that, I had a role in a field technician. So I was helping with support and user support and with computer deployments every now and then. And then shortly after that, I got this post. So this post on LinkedIn, I often am an advocate of LinkedIn to say, make sure that you build that LinkedIn profile because that's where you get to come across some opportunities. So yeah, I did come across a training opportunity on LinkedIn and I went ahead and did the training. So on the training, I did the cloud practitioner. And with that background that I had from field technician, it was quite interesting to understand that everything that we did on site can be done on cloud. So that's where the interest started coming in. And from the previous, sorry, from the tertiary qualification, I was interested in developing. So right after I did my cloud practitioner, I went ahead and explored developing. But because we were developing applications that would be hosted in cloud, or rather that would use cloud resources, we had to have more understanding on how these resources are. And that's when I went ahead and pursued the solutions architect because I wanted to understand the architecture behind the applications. And from there, I think I saw the golden jacket. So that's the one that actually encouraged me to go for the third certificate. And during the process of obtaining those certificates, I conducted a lot of peer learning sessions. And whereby I'll just, one thing about me, I learn more when I explain those concepts to people that are really not understanding them. So through that process, that's when I actually developed, or rather grew fond of training. In as much as I didn't know that there is actually an opportunity to become a trainer, I was just doing it out of passion. And then I think someone picked that up from the previous organization to say, oh, okay, I saw that you really fond of training. You are actually making sure that you go beyond measures in terms of facilitating these peer learning sessions. Why don't you go ahead and pursue training? At the time, I was still in development. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just give it a try. But I was comfortable in development until the role came to an end. The company had to shut down due to financial issues. So after that, I was unemployed, and then I just thought about me going back into training. The idea, the thought came back to me to say there is someone that actually suggested training, and because how I got into AWS was through training. So I reached back to the employer, or rather the training company, the training partner that trained me for cloud practitioner to say, oh, okay, fine. Right now, I just obtained solutions architect and SysOps, and I was in the process of doing solutions architect professional. So I was like, oh, okay, can you give me an opportunity to go ahead and train your trainees cloud practitioner because I am pretty sure that with cloud practitioner, I'm quite comfortable. And he was uh, open to the idea. So he was like, okay, let me go ahead and give you a shot. But you do know that for you to be able to actually train officially, you need that authorized instructor certificate or rather qualification. I was like, oh, okay, fine. I'm going to go ahead and do it right after I do my solutions professional. And I did that solutions professional. That was last year, November. And then, like I said, at some point, I did want that golden jacket. So I knew that I have to keep going. And now that I was into training, I knew that I would need to have like a vast understanding of the services. I shouldn't like limit myself. So yeah, that also pushed me in pursuing more certificates. And then I went ahead and did the the developer associate as well as the cloud practice, the AI practitioner. So yeah, that is actually how my journey started and went up to this point. So yeah,
You have an incredible journey out there. And I know that it's born out
the
of resilience that have gotten you this far.
yeah,
So what would you like to
yeah.
say to tell the upcoming students who sometimes, because of exaggeration from other tutors or influencers out there, they will tell you that, oh, come on, the moment you do this and that, you will break into tech with 6 figures and all of that. What will you tell them with this,
Oh,
your
okay,
journey?
okay. Quite interesting. Yeah, exaggeration is doing a solutions architect associate. I did my research to say, oh, okay, for the next certificate, what should I pursue? And then I saw that with solutions architects, they're earning quite a lot. They're earning. I won't even like put a number to it because I wouldn't know. So I'll just say I heard that they earn a lot, and I really wanted to go into that route. But then I was privileged enough to be, or rather to have an interaction with someone that was actually pursuing that role. And they actually went to tell me that, okay, having certificates will actually get you into the room, but then what is going to keep you into that room is the skill itself. And the money, yes, it is there, but it is not the way people are putting it out there. So when you do this, for me, I would say do it out of passion more than money. Because if you do it for money and you actually figure out that actually the money, it is not as it is estimated or said to be out there, that's where you get what do you call this? That's where you get discouraged to say, oh, okay, why do I need to continue? But if you're doing it out of passion, you just go ahead and just pursue one certificate after the next. So yeah, don't really like expect to do
think
it for
I
money
think
and
my students are really going to enjoy this because these are the questions
yeah,
they have been asking me, and you
and
are
then
an expert,
asking,
and I need you to also
yeah,
speak it for them to understand. So one student
yeah,
called, I will actually mention his name. I love that student very much. His name is Mofti. And he
yeah.
asked me that sometimes when he sees videos of other people and that he thinks that he's behind, he thinks that everybody is moving and he is not moving. What will you tell him?
Oh, okay, that is quite interesting. Because even with me at the point that I'm at right now, I still do look at other people and feel like, okay, there's quite a lot for me that I need to do at this point. But that right there is something that comes natural, but then it shouldn't be something that we allow into our brains because it robs you of the opportunity to actually celebrate your wins. So if you blind that and then look back at what you've achieved. And also, you just have to make sure that everything that you achieve, it aligns with your goals and your purpose. Because you might find out that somebody else has certain achievements and you feel like, oh, okay, I really need to go out of my way and achieving those, only to find out that they don't even align with your goals to begin with. I will make an example with the, the idea that I mentioned to say I am actually going out there for that golden jacket. And that is simply because I am that person that really loves looking back and tapping myself on the back to say, you went ahead and achieved. Not because of a who wants that golden jacket, maybe for recognition to say, okay, I want to be, but then I think of it to someone else that doesn't even know what a golden jacket is. Um, it won't even have an impact if you do have it and you walk into that room. So it is quite important that you align what you want or you align what you aspire and what you see on the internet with um, to pursue. It's cliche to say stay in your lane because how do you stay in your lane when you also have to learn from other people that are in the same space as you? So yeah, do stay in your lane while learning from people that are on that lane as to how to navigate.
Yes, you are very, very much right. And then that brings us to our main discussion today, which is an issue of my heart. In fact, I do study
Yeah.
on every platform, AWS platform. I do study there. Study at AWS Tweak, AWS Skill Builder, Coursera, every platform that AWS is, because in as much as we take other courses, I think that it's always important for you to get the knowledge from the real source, where it is coming from. So mostly I do
Yeah.
study there. And one thing that I realized, just like yourself, most people, most of the Africans from African descendant who are doing very well up there as instructors are from the southern sector. I have this woman that I recently, I
Yeah.
think I've forgotten her name, and I think she's from either Zimbabwe or Zambia. I think these two countries that I watched the videos she was teaching there.
Ye-
And I kind of wonder for myself, as a Western African, where are we? I think we are back. We are
Yeah.
kind of, what's the right language? We are backwards when it comes to the knowledge sharing aspect. So I think it's time for us, the West
Yeah.
Africans, to step in into the table and dine as well. Not be
Mm.
spectators like Malcolm X said, that it's better you dine from the table and not be a spectator at the table. We have the ideas, we have the knowledge, and it's
Mm.
about time we also step in and start sharing our ideas. I think when I made the post, there are a
Yeah.
couple of people who were tagged and other stuff. Yes, they were doing incredibly well. But what I expect is that people also from West Africa should be part of AWS platform itself and be teaching.
Yeah.
So, what will you tell us? What advice
Yeah.
do you have for us as West Africans?
Okay. I love that. And I think that's simply because I recently had this conversation with my colleague. I think that was about yesterday when I was telling her about the numbers to say this other day I was looking at the training numbers that we have as EMEA versus the numbers that other regions have. And I realized that we had a very low number of trainings. And I'm not sure if that's because we are not reaching out, or if it's because that the people that we are reaching out to, they do not understand the value. So what I would say doesn't just go to the West Africa, but to just the entire region, the entire EMEA region, especially Africa as a whole, to say I think what we need, I don't know, I wouldn't know. Like I said, that is just my opinion to say maybe we really need to communicate the value more than the resources, the training itself, because yes, we do have a huge skills gap. We really do have a huge skills gap. But then, and we also have platforms such as a Restart, which is a great initiative. And we've got things such as skill centers whereby there's free training. So we do have resources in place, but we don't have people coming in and making use of those resources. So I think also locking arms with the different individuals across the region can really help in terms of like spreading out the word when it comes to the value of actually becoming part of the AWS movement, because it is something that is um, it is something that is okay. I lost the term, but I wanted to say it's okay. I lost the term, but concerning, yeah, concerning is the term that I'm looking for. It is concerning when you look at the number of trainings that we're running compared to the skills gap. So yeah, maybe if we can go ahead and communicate the value much better, and also have a good support in place. Like you said, you've got a lot of students that have got a lot of questions. So question now is what support is available for them? Because you can see that some of them, they are really interested, but then they don't even know like where to go to get to gain that. And not really some of them. Your students are quite privileged to have you, that you can be able to go out of your way and just source all these available resources for them. But they really also need to look at that aspect to say, what support do we put in place for those that we can't be able to reach out to? So yeah.
Thank you very much for this inspiring motivation from you. Yes, so like you said, the trainings, there are a lot of trainings, though in West Africa, there are a lot of boot camps, AWS restarts. There are a lot of institutions in West Africa that I've seen are training a number of people. But I also think that the main problem has to do with the message itself. Because if we keep telling
Yeah,
people
100.
to come and be trained and get a job, I think the sole aim is to get a job. And some of them, after training and they don't get a job,
Yeah.
they get discouraged. You
Oh,
see,
yeah.
and looking at the
And
vast transformation that digitalization can give to Africa, I think we need to start looking at the value that we can get instead of the earnings or the opportunities. Yes,
yeah,
the opportunities are there, but the value, what value can we give? We have a lot of
yeah.
problems in Africa that digitalization can solve.
Mm,
So we need to start
can solve
training
that.
our students to start solving those
Mm,
pettiness problems instead of focusing on you will get six-figure
yeah.
jobs, you will get this. And this is not my language at all. Whenever I want to
Mm,
solicit it for students, I don't tell them this at all. If you really want to come and sorry and be educated, come. The doors are
yeah.
open for you to be
Yeah.
educated. But it is not about exaggeration and all of that, because like
Mm,
there are so many boot camps in Western Africa. Currently,
yeah.
Lina'sTechNest, my own initiative, this is what I'm doing. We are registered in Ghana, and then we are currently also in the process of becoming an institution. We want to become a vocational and technical institution in Ghana where we can give the technical knowledge to the students. We will not only train
Mm,
them to have the certification or to have the hands-on alone, but we are going to train them to go to the field and identify
so.
problems and solve them as well.
Mm,
So, for instance, I currently have students from Ghana, and then I am also expanding to Burkina Faso. And we have a language problem also in West Africa, and that is in Ghana, we speak English, and all our
yeah.
neighboring countries speaks French. Burkina Faso speaks French, Togo speaks French, Cote d'Ivoire speaks French, Benin speaks French. And then we have to
Mm,
travel all the way to Nigeria before we can be able to communicate with our own people who also speaks English. And then we have Senegal, who speaks French. And then we have Cameroon.
mm,
For Cameroon, I think there are two, English and French is there.
French.
So this is
Yeah.
also another problem that we have in West Africa. So because of that, when you are training students, you are from Ghana and you are training students, you cannot extend to other borders, to the borders and then teach there as
Mm,
well. So this is what I'm doing. I have a contact in Burkina Faso, and what he did was for me was very, very incredible. He finds students, computer science students who can speak French and English, and I am mentoring them to start the AWS cloud computing education. So I would take them through it, and then they would take the French aspect in Burkina Faso, Togo,
Mm,
Benin, and then Cote d'Ivoire, and be teaching.
mm,
Because in my DMs, I have lots of people from that side, Benin, Togo, messaging me that they want to be part of it. But when they message you, you realize that you cannot teach them because they speak French. So this is
mm.
what I am
Yeah.
currently putting in place to make sure that we achieve that. And those students that I've gotten, mentors, mentees that I've gotten from Burkina Faso, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to mentor them and then make sure that they become certified instructors
Because-
in the French region, and to take up that responsibility and teach and also mentor other people as well. So this is my simple initiative that I am currently doing. So I want to know, is there something you can also do to help us to bridge this gap?
Okay, you touched on something that is quite interesting when you did mention that there are regions that are quite interested. However, the only challenge is the language barrier. And I love the idea of actually mentoring students right there that can be able to understand English so that they can be able to translate it in French to the fellow uh, the fellow, what do you call them?
Students.
Community. Community. So also a mentorship, it is something that we shouldn't also take for granted, because it is through mentorship that we are able to actually help people to set clear goals, and not just clear goals, achievable goals as well, and also helping them in just making sure that they have got enough support when it comes to reaching out to those goals. So I really like the idea of mentoring those students. So if there is anything that I can be able to do to help them in terms of maybe mentoring sessions on how to actually prepare for the AI journey, how to actually, I'm more than willing to actually help them wherever I can, because I believe this is such a great initiative. Language barrier shouldn't be a challenge, because at the end of the day, we are out here trying to reach out to everyone across the globe. So that right there, it is thing that is quite interesting here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, thank you very
Yeah.
much for this, giving us the opportunity to be part of us. So this means a lot to us. We would appreciate it. Our next class, I would invite you to come and give a little motivation to the students. And also, we have to take steps to have a collaboration with you in
Yeah.
our technical curriculum that we are
Yeah.
currently developing. I would want you to have a hands in it to help us to finish developing the technical curriculum as well. So,
Oh,
yeah, let's go to the skill builder, AWS skill builder. What do one
yeah.
need to become a skill builder?
Okay. The community builder. I saw
Yes.
that you mentioned that. So with community builder, I am not yet a community builder. I am an aspiring community builder. So what happens with community builder is that it is actually a community of builders that actually help with reaching out to particular communities around you in terms of what do you call this? In terms of spreading knowledge, AWS knowledge that is available right out. So I'll make an example speaking into that. As a trainer, I always speak in examples simply because I am teaching foundations and I am teaching people that are breaking into tech. So it's always quite easier for them to understand when I give out examples. So I will go ahead and give an example on this one. So with AWS right now, I saw that they've got this promotion that they are running. They've got 25% off any certificate under AWS, that comes with a free retake if you take the certificate between now and 15 February. So we need a lot of people out there that can be able to go out there and spread that word so that it can be able to reach all the communities that we have around the globe. So with a community builder, I believe that that is actually the end goal. So what you need for you to be able to become a community builder is that you need to be able to have a community that you are actually consistently helping with understanding what is out there on AWS, what initiatives are currently going. So you just keep them with updates, because also another thing, AWS, it is constantly evolving. There is changes that happen every now and then within the resources, advancing the resources. So the community builders, they are the people actually, or rather a community that is out there to make sure that these changes, these updates, they reach out to the developers from all around the globe. So that is actually what is needed for you to be a community builder, that community that you can be able to actually consistently support with all these updates and all this information.
Okay, great. Then we would like to have that promotion as well, so that I can also start spreading it among my students who is interested to take
Yeah,
the exams as well.
yeah, I did repost on my LinkedIn because I saw one of the community builders that actually posted, and I just went ahead and reposted on my LinkedIn.
Okay,
So
I'll check it out.
it should appear on my, yeah.
Okay, I will check it. I will check it out right away after
Mm.
this meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think in fact, today is an incredible day for us and also the team
Yeah,
at Lina'sTechNest, because we have an
yeah,
incredible person like yourself here with us to speak with us and also motivate us, and also possible collaboration with you in future. In fact, I would
I'll
love to have this conversation with you again and again and again and again. Thank you for your
um,
time and everything. I will reach out to you again, once again. Thank you very much.
thank you, Lina. I truly appreciate it. This was quite refreshing.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Alrighty. Enjoy the rest of your day. What time is it on your region right now?
I think it's 1:41.
1:41 p.m.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we are actually just 1 hour ahead.
Ahead of,
Alrighty.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, great.
Okay.
No worries. Thank you for having me, and do enjoy the rest of your evening.
And thank you for coming as well. Thank you.
Cheers.